Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to explain few numerical questions from motion in 2 dimensions. Question number 21, page number 84. Read the question. A particle is projected with the speed u that makes an angle theta with horizontal. The time at which the velocity of the particle is perpendicular to the initial velocity is. In case of oblique projection, when a body is projected at certain angle theta with horizontal and initial velocity u bar, after a time, let us assume that initial instantaneous velocity v, it is x component of initial velocity vx and y component of instantaneous velocity vy. After a time, at what time instantaneous velocity is perpendicular to initial velocity? So we can write here initial velocity u bar is equal to u cos theta into I cap plus u sin theta into j cap, whereas instantaneous velocity is equal to u cos theta into I cap plus u sin theta minus gt into j cap. If v bar is perpendicular to u bar, then dot product v bar dot u bar must be equal to 0. Here in case of projectile, horizontal component at all points same, but vertical component changes. Dot product is nothing but, so that is v bar dot u bar is equal to I coefficient into I coefficient in both the vectors, u cos theta into u cos theta, that is u cos theta whole square, plus j coefficient in first vector into j coefficient in second vector. So that is u sin theta into u sin theta minus gt is equal to 0, or that is equal to u square cos square theta plus u sin theta into u sin theta, u square sin square theta minus u sin theta into gt is equal to 0. So that implies u square into cos square theta plus sin square theta minus u sin theta into gt is equal to 0. So u cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Therefore, u square minus u sin theta into gt is equal to 0, or u square is equal to u sin theta into gt, or t, time after which instantaneous velocity and initial velocity are perpendicular to each other. So in this equation u cancel, so t is equal to u divided by g into sin theta is the answer. Time t after which instantaneous velocity is perpendicular to initial velocity, u divided by t is equal to u divided by g sin theta. Option 3. Next, 22nd question. A student is able to throw a ball vertically to maximum height of 40 meters. The maximum distance to which the student can throw the ball in the horizontal direction is, so vertical height given, vertical height h is equal to u square by 2g, that is given 40 meters. 40 meters, or u square by g is equal to 2 into 40, that is equal to 80 meters. Therefore, maximum range or maximum horizontal distance is nothing but maximum range, that is u square by g, that is equal to 80 meters. So, here it is option 4. Next, 23rd question. Galileo writes that for angles of projection of a projectile at angles 45 plus theta and 45 minus theta, the horizontal ranges described by the projectile are in the ratio of, if theta is less than or equal to 45 degrees. We know that range of a projectile r is equal to u square by g into sine 2 theta. Number 1, for 45 plus theta, in the place of theta, if we can take 45 plus theta, then what happens? The range r1 is equal to u square by g into sine 2 into 45 plus theta, that is equal to u square by g sine 2 into 45, 90 plus 2 theta. We know that sine 90 plus 2 theta is equal to cos 2 theta. So, r1 is equal to, that is for 45 plus theta, angle of projection is 45 plus theta, range is equal to u square by g into cos 2 theta. Similarly, for 45 minus theta, r2 is equal to u square by g sine 2 into 45 minus theta, that is equal to u square by g sine 2 into 45, 90 minus 2 theta. So, sine 90 minus 2 theta is also equal to cos 2 theta. That is, r1 is equal to r2, or r1 is to r2 is equal to 1:1. So, for two different angles, if ranges are equal, then that two different angles are called complementary angles. Alpha and 90 minus alpha are also called complementary angles, and 45 plus theta, 45 minus theta are also called complementary angles. So, here option 3 is the right answer. Next, 24th question. The velocity of a projectile at the initial point A is 4 I cap plus 5 j cap meter per second. Its velocity in meter per second at point B is. A diagram is given in the question. In this diagram, point of projection is A and point of return is given B. Point of return is B. So, at B, if we can draw a tangent, this is V, vertical component Vye and horizontal component Vx. At the point of projection, horizontal component of velocity Ux, vertical component of initial velocity Uy. This is initial velocity vector. Observe the diagram clearly, and in case of projectile, always at all points, horizontal component of velocity is same, that is u cos theta. or this can be written here 4. 4 is given because u bar is equal to 4 I cap plus 5 j cap is given. And Vy is equal to minus uy in the diagram. Vy is equal to minus uy, that is minus u sin theta, or it is minus 5 because u bar is given 4 I cap plus 5 j cap, where 4 is ux or u cos theta is equal to 4 and u sin theta is equal to 5. Therefore, V bar is equal to 4 I cap minus 5 j cap is the answer. Option 4. 4i no change. Horizontal component is always same at all points, but vertical component first decreases up to maximum height, then increases, and A and B they are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Vertical component of velocity. Next, 25th question. A particle is projected with a velocity u making an angle theta with horizontal. At any instant, its velocity becomes v, which is perpendicular to the initial velocity u. Then v is. Here in 25th question, after a particular time, instantaneous velocity is perpendicular to the initial velocity or velocity of projection. This u bar is assumed as velocity of projection. After a particular time, so instantaneous velocity is perpendicular to initial velocity. Let us assume that this is a v is the instantaneous velocity. Vx is a horizontal component. Vy is a vertical component. It is 90 degrees. V and u bar and v bar are perpendicular to each other. So if we complete the triangle here, this is angle of projection theta, here also angle of projection theta. And third angle in the triangle, one angle is theta, one angle is 90 degrees. So third angle becomes 90 minus theta. That is Vx, V is making an angle 90 minus theta with horizontal. We know that in case of projectile, horizontal component of velocity is always constant. So ux is equal to u cos theta at the point of projection, and Vx is equal to v cos 90 minus theta, because Vx is making 90 minus v is making 90 minus theta with horizontal. That is u cos theta is equal to v sin theta, or v is equal to u cos theta divided by sin theta, or that is equal to u cot theta. U cot theta, that is option 2. So after a particular time, instantaneous velocity is perpendicular to initial velocity. What is that instantaneous velocity is the question. Next, 26th question. An object is projected with a kinetic energy k. Its range is capital R. It will have the minimum kinetic energy after traveling a horizontal distance equal to. So 26th question. In case of oblique projection, when a body is projected at certain angle theta with horizontal and with certain initial velocity u, at maximum height, up to maximum height, vertical component, that is u sin theta, decreases gradually, and at highest point u sin theta becomes 0. So therefore velocity of projectile at highest point is only u cos theta. and again u sin theta decreases from maximum height to point where it touches the ground. This is height, capital H. Up to capital H, that is vertical height is KE. KE is minimum. KE is minimum at maximum height. At maximum height or at a horizontal distance. At a horizontal distance, D is equal to half of the range, that is 0.5 r. 0.5 r, that is option 2. Next, 27th question. A projectile is projected at an angle alpha is greater than 45 degrees with an initial velocity u. The time t at which horizontal component will be equal to the vertical component. So, in case of projectile, at what time horizontal component is equal to vertical component? Let us assume that v is the instantaneous velocity. Tangent drawn to the path gives the instantaneous velocity at that particular point. Vx is the horizontal component and Vy is the vertical component of instantaneous velocity. As for the question, given Vx is equal to Vy, from V is equal to u plus at, we can write it as ux plus ax into t is equal to uy plus ay into t. Ux is u cos theta, ax is equal to 0 always, and uy is equal to u sin theta minus gt. Ay is equal to minus gt along vertical direction. Along vertical direction, so u sin theta is initial vertical component and u cos theta is initial horizontal component, but horizontal component is always same. That is u cos theta is equal to u sin theta minus gt, or gt is equal to u sin theta minus u cos theta, or that is equal to u into sin theta minus cos theta, or time t is equal to u by g into sin theta minus cos theta. That is, after a time t is equal to u by g into sin theta minus cos theta, horizontal component and vertical component of projectile are equal or becomes equal. So, that is option 2 is the right answer. Next, 28th question. A bullet is fired with a speed of 1000 meters per second in order to hit a target 100 meters away. If g is equal to 10 meter per second square, the gun should be aimed. Let us assume that target is at a distance r is equal to 100 meters, and let us assume that a height h. Now, the gun is aimed at an angle theta, and the velocity of the bullet is assumed as u. So, u can be resolved into components here: u cos theta horizontal component and u sin theta vertical component. So, we know that range r is equal to u square by g into sin 2 theta, that is given 100. So, 100 is equal to u also given in the question 1000 into 1000 u square is there. divided by g is also given 10 into sine 2 theta. Here 10, 1, 0 cancel, 100, 100 cancel. So that implies 1000 sine 2 theta is equal to 1, or sine 2 theta is equal to 1 divided by 1000. If 2 theta or theta is very small, theta or 2 theta is very small, we know that sine 2 theta is approximately equal to 2 theta. So therefore 2 theta is equal to 1 by 1000, or theta is equal to 1 by 2000. So in the diagram, tan theta, from figure, tan theta is equal to h divided by r. For small angles, we know that tan theta is approximately equal to theta. Therefore, theta is equal to h by r, or h is equal to r into theta. That is, r is given 100, theta is 1 divided by 2000. That is equal to 0.05 meters, or 5 into 10 power minus 2 meters, or height h is equal to 5 centimeters. So h is equal to 5 centimeters means the gun should be aimed 5 centimeters above the target. 5 centimeters above the target. So that our answer is option 2. Next, 29th question. A projectile is thrown with a velocity of 10 root 2 meter per second at angle 45 degrees with horizontal. The interval between the moments when speed is root of 125 meters per second is, take g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Here velocity of projection u is given 10 root 2 meter per second, and angle of projection theta is equal to 45 degrees. The interval between the moments when speed is square root of 125 meters per second, take small g is also given here. Small g is equal to 10 meter per second square, and instantaneous velocity after a particular time v is equal to square root of 125 meters per second. So we know that instantaneous velocity v is equal to vx into I cap plus vy into j cap, or that is equal to u cos theta into I cap plus u sin theta minus gt into j cap. That is equal to u is given 10 root 2 cos 45 degrees into I cap plus 10 root 2. V also given, magnitude of V is given square root of 125. 10 root 2 sin 45 minus 10 into t j cap. So magnitude, both sides, we know that magnitude of V bar is equal to V, that is equal to square root of, so Vx square plus Vy square, or that implies square root of 125 is equal to magnitude of V bar, that is V is given square root of 125, here that is square root of Vx square. See, root 2 into cos 45, cos 45 is also 1 by root 2 cancel, and here sin 45 root 2 cancel. So 10 square plus here 10 minus 10t whole square, that is equal to, or that implies taking square on both sides, 125 is equal to 100 plus a minus b whole square, a minus b whole square expansion. So 10 square 100 minus 2 into 10 into 10t 2ab plus b square. So 100t square. B square is nothing but 10t whole square. 10t whole square. 10 square is 100t square. That implies 125 is equal to 200 minus 200t plus 100t square. Now, if it is divided with 25 on both sides, 25 5 ja 125, 25 8 ja 200, 8 minus 8t plus 4t square, or 4t square minus 8t plus 8 minus 5 is equal to 0, or 4t square minus 8t plus 3 is equal to 0. So it is a quadratic equation in terms of t. So therefore t can be written as minus of minus 8 plus or minus square root of minus 8 square minus 4 into 3 whole divided by 2 into 4, that is equal to 8 plus or minus square root of 64 minus 48 whole divided by 8, that is 8 by 8 plus or minus root of 16, 64 minus 48 is 16, root 16 is 4, 4 divided by 8. So that implies t is equal to 1 plus or minus 1 by 2, or 1 plus or minus 0.5. So here in the question it is asked the time interval between the moments when speed is square root of 125. That is, here we are getting t1 is equal to 1 plus 0.5, that is equal to 1.5 seconds, and t2 is equal to 1 minus 0.5, that is 0.5 seconds. Therefore time interval delta t is equal to t1 minus t2 in a time interval in which velocity becomes square root of 125 is the question. So that is 1.5 minus 0.5, that is equal to 1 second. That is, in a time interval of 1 second, velocity becomes square root of 125 meter per second. That is option 2. Next, 30th question. The acceleration of one projectile relative to another projectile is, once the two projectiles are projected into air, accelerations are same. So that is relative acceleration of one projectile with respect to second projectile, that is g1 minus g2, that is g minus g is equal to 0. So relative acceleration of one projectile with respect to another projectile is 0. That is option 4. Next, 31 question. A body of mass m is projected horizontally with a velocity v from the top of a tower of height h and it reaches the ground at a distance x from the foot of the tower. If a second body of mass 2m is projected horizontally from the top of a tower of height 2h, it reaches the ground at a distance 2x from the foot of the tower. The horizontal velocity of the second body is. Let us first assume that first body is projected from a height h. First body is projected from a height h with velocity v and mass of this body is m. This first body touches the ground at a distance x from the foot of the tower. And next, second body is projected, second body of mass, this is second body of mass 2m is projected from a height 2h, h plus h, 2h with certain velocity that we should estimate. Let us assume that v1, and this second body touches the ground at 2x distance from the foot of the tower, x plus x. This is the question. We know that range of projectile in case of horizontal projection r is equal to ux into square root of 2h by g is the formula. For first body, range is equal to x and velocity is given v, square root of 2h by g. And for the second body, range is given 2x and velocity that we should estimate, let us assume that v1 2 by g into, in the place of h, 2h is given for second body. Height of the second body is 2h from which it is projected. Let us assume that x is equation 1 and 2x is equation 2. Now, substituting equation 1 into, so 2 into v into square root of 2h by g in the place of x is equal to v1 into square root of 2 by g into 2h. So, both sides square root of 2h by g, square root of 2h by g cancel. Then what is remaining on both sides? Left side 2v remaining, right side root 2v1 remaining, or we want v1. v1 is equal to 2 divided by root 2v, 2 divided by root 2v. Numerator 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So, therefore, velocity of second body is equal to root 2v. That is option 4.